Hi, so I wanted to do a quick overview of 532, kind of expectations and what your Moodle page and assignments look like. So most of this should look pretty familiar. Welcome to OTM 532, your functional neuroscience course. This course is set up to be very much the whole OT process in its entirety. So starting from the evaluation, the moment you open the chart, to treatment planning, to discharge planning, equipment needs. So it's the whole shebang. And what we hope you come away from in this course, or from this course, is the concept that we do not treat a diagnosis, we treat the whole human. So we don't necessarily treat Parkinson's, the disease, we treat the human who has Parkinson's. It is essential that you understand neuroscience and neuroanatomy and how it impacts the whole human and the presentation or the expectation of the presentation of the person with that clinical condition. So if you have somebody with spinal cord injury, you know what a spinal cord does, what muscles are innervated, at what level of the spinal cord, what you expect function will look like, and then when you go into the evaluation process, you have already built a picture of what you're expecting to see and what functional abilities that client potentially has based on your knowledge. So that's what we really hope that you come away from this class. So just a quick overview of your Moodle. Here are your required texts and recommended texts. This should look pretty familiar to you. Any announcements we will put here, any muddy points that you have, if you have it, likely somebody else has it. We use a lot of ICE videos in this course, so you can find them here. You do have some research style assignments, and this is a quick link to Trinity's research center for searching articles. Your syllabus, and then one of your larger assignments is our diagnosis study guides, and each of you have been assigned several study guides that you will create, update based on feedback, to resubmit for grading, and then we will disseminate it to the rest of the cohort, and that's where you will find them here. Pre-week should be pretty familiar to all of you. Going through, looking at the syllabus, looking at assignment details, taking your syllabus introduction to the course quiz so that you know what to expect and how to make sure that you're reading the syllabus and the assignment details. Per some feedback that I received last semester, I've tried to make sure that it's easy for you all to find necessary documents. So here are frequently used documents and course materials. Most of this you should have already in your own frequently used document folder. Here is a recording of how to read a textbook. You want to make sure that you know that we know that there is a fair amount of reading in grad school and how to make the readings a little bit more, how to create a system for reading your textbooks. Any questions that you might have for us related to the syllabus, putting them here, and here's your intro to the course quiz. So let's quickly go to your assignment details and look at some of what your assignments are. So throughout the semester, each week, you'll have a concept quiz. Many of the concept quizzes are based on your readings. The concept quizzes are intentionally low stakes and you have an unlimited amount of time to take and retake the quizzes, so that you get at minimum an 80% to pass, and as you're going through and taking the quizzes, and the questions that you are getting incorrect, you're able to go back and look in your textbook for the correct answers. Exams are not take, retake, they are one and done. The Diagnosis Study Guide, this is one of your main assignments for this class. Each of you are assigned a diagnosis. You will have the opportunity to research it thoroughly, describe the diagnosis. There is a template that you will follow based on this clinical condition. You will submit this to us for feedback. We will provide feedback. We will resubmit for grading, and then we will disseminate to the rest of the class. This is your capstone project, the neuro case study. You will take one of those diagnoses and you will create a human based on that clinical condition. We will talk more about that. You will meet with us one-on-one to go over this, so we will walk you through the whole process. You have a number of learning activities to support your preparation for your in-lab classes. And you do have a lab portfolio that you will submit at the end of the semester, which will include all of the diagnosis study guides, your diagnosis study chart, lab manuals, assignments, and anything else that you find critical for that you to have readily available. So I will not go through this in its entirety, but these are your assignment details. I do want to pull up the diagnosis study chart. This should also look pretty familiar. So you received this in OTM 525. It should have been part of your lab manual from OTM 525. This is where we have outlined some of the more common diagnoses that you will meet in your life as an OT, and some of the most important things that you need to know about that diagnosis. So precautions, contraindications, safety considerations, medical equipment, procedures, common medications. You have the freedom to modify and adjust this study guide as it works for you. You have the freedom to add columns that you find important. So, lastly, we are so excited to see you next week. We are excited to share our passion for neuro with you all. We are excited to share community OTs who are also passionate about neuro. We are excited to process information with you. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and we will see you soon.